This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is a Fast Break Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Ricky Widmer.
What's up, guys?
And Dave Oster.
Hey, everybody.
And we have a special guest on the phone to start this off. We got our buddy and patron, Jake, joining us as well.
How's it going?
It's going great. Nikola Mirotic got traded. Ricky's a happy man, getting Amir Sheik back. He could bust out the number 3 jersey.
Ooh, a Sheik can destroy, baby.
Was he number 3?
I don't know. As long as he can make free throws.
Which you can.
I know he can.
Today we're not talking about that Nikola Mirotic trade, though. We are discussing some fun things, though. We're talking about NBA trade deadline, what team needs a trade the most. We're also talking about will LeBron sign with Golden State. I wake up to LeBron apparently was willing to meet with Golden State during the summer, so that will be a fun discussion with Jake when he talks LeBron to Golden State. It's going to happen. And then also we're going to wrap this up with some NBA draft talk. We're talking which NBA prospects or NBA draft prospects best fit with the Orlando Magic. The
Dallas Mavericks.
The Dallas Mavericks. We already talked about the Orlando Magic.
You just want to talk Magic all the time,
I
you
do.
homer?
Well, I wore the shirt last week. And, you know, now it's just kind of creeping in. Now the IQ setting in as well because I can't talk today. But let's jump into this. And we're talking about some damp dudes. We're talking about some soggy shooters. We are talking about some moist men, our wet boys of the week. And, Jake, why don't you give your first ever wet boy?
Oh, boy. All right. So my wet boy is Dwight Howard. He's been putting up 20 points per game and 13.5 total rebounds with 3 blocks. And the most shocking part of his week is the fact that he's shooting 77% from the free throw line.
Hell yeah.
I don't think he's ever shot over 60% in his career.
I'm surprised.
I mean, what?
I'm surprised he's even putting up 20 points per game. I mean, I'm not the biggest Dwight fan, and you come in and you give Dwight his first wet boy honor. Yeah,
I mean, him and Hornets been playing decent as of late. And Kemba Walker's obviously playing good too, but Dwight Howard, he's been efficient. I don't know how else to put it. He's just been not back to his old form, but he's definitely been surprising me the last week at least.
Well, Dave, let's bring in your wet boy because you kind of have a duo going on between the two.
We're just rolling with the Hornets today because I got Kemba Walker as my wet boy. He's dropping 34 and 5. I mean, it's just fantastic. And this is all amidst the whole trade rumors, him being thrown out basically is like, we'll attach you to move some shitty contracts off our team. And he's still out there balling. Rightfully should have been an all-star this year, got snubbed over Goran Dragic. Whatever, that's some drama for some other day. But yeah, I mean, he is shooting. He's shooting really well, and this team, I mean, not winning as many games as they should be, but he is a top tier player in the NBA and had a fantastic week.
Jake, I want to bring in you before we go to Ricky because Ricky's an all-star at this, but I want to come in because we're talking about all-stars. Dave threw it out as well. Goran Dragic making the NBA All-Star game.
I was going to say
said
honorable mention wet boy from Ricky Widmer, Goran Dragic.
Well, and also Jake's talking a lot of smack on Twitter, saying incoming rant when Ben Simmons doesn't get picked for the All-Star game. Are you doing okay, bud?
No, I'm not doing okay. It's funny when a guy who beats him in one stat makes the All-Star game over him because his team has a better record.
Well, he beats him by what, 0.1% too? Because it's like 16.9 points per game to 17.
Right. He has 0.3 more points, a worse field goal percentage, less rebounds, less assists, less blocks, less steals, and a worse plus-minus.
But more wins and a better coach.
All-star.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, Ricky, who's your wet boy of the week?
Well, mine's got to be James Harden. I mean, you score 60 points in a week. I'm surprised CJ
in a game
wasn't one. Oh, in a game, like for a game for the week. 37, 8, and 10 were the averages for the week. But here's the question I had about James Harden that I wanted to throw out to you guys because I knew he was going to be my wet boy. This was from the DP show. They asked us, is James Harden overrated or underrated, do you guys think? Because there's some people that are like, James Harden's amazing. But then there's like, yeah, he can't win in the playoffs.
I think James Harden is amazing.
Yeah,
no, I know. But then there's some people on the other side that are like, he's overrated, can't win a postseason game.
I think the thing is like his perception overall is he's an amazingly talented player who probably doesn't get enough respect. But at the same time, so many people talk about that he doesn't get enough respect that they're sick of it. So it just turns into like, I think he's rated spot on. He's a top 10 player in the league. And yeah, he's not overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think if anything, it's just too many people say he's underrated. Where I just think it's not true.
Well, and people don't like the foul stuff as well, where he's flopping every now and then. He hasn't been doing it too badly this year.
This year he's policed it back.
Well, and the NBA refs aren't calling it as much as well.
I think he's the clear runaway MVP this year, though.
I wouldn't
so far
disagree with that. I mean, so far the Rockets have been great so far, even without CP3. And I mean, so far, even though James Harden had a week of just chucking up threes, shooting 26% from 3. 3, still was ridiculous in that 60-point game. It's the most in a triple-double.
Triple-double,
but we will round it out with my wet boy of the week. We're going with Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. 33 points per game, 13 total rebounds, 7 assists, 57% from the field, 50% from 3. Also shot about 80% from the free throw line. And Giannis also got 3 wins, and the Bucks did in those games as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo not only filling up the stat sheet, but also getting wins for the Deers out there in Milwaukee.
Is this the like post Jason Kidd effect, basically? Is
It's
that what we're
hashtag play for kid.
Hashtag play for
Ball out for kid.
Hammond.
Ball for kid.
Hoop for Hammond.
Hoop for Hammond. I like
Hammond.
it.
Hoop for Hammond here on Wet Boys.
But the 4 is not F-O or F-O-R. It's just a 4. Hoop number 4 Hammond.
Was she number 4?
No, just to
There's
be cool.
no significance.
It's that hit
Oh.
Twitter
He's just-
thing, man.
Okay. Well, if Becky Hammond was 4, number 4 in her playing days, that would have been even cooler. Let's check out Becky Hammond's number real quick.
Did not watch
She was-
the
right now.
NBA.
She was 25.
Okay.
Okay. So there we go.
Not even
Congrats.
divisible
I say
by
hoop 25
4.
Hammond doesn't really work out so well.
Yeah,
Doesn't flow off the tongue.
Shout out to Becky Hammond, who was number 25 with the San Antonio Stars.